Hello everybody, this is St Chartered Monday, the 21st of April 2025. Going to start with Bank. This one here is one we sort of covered off previously. For me, I'm sort of seeing this, I think this is a wave 1, that's a 2, that's our 3, hopefully this is our 4, and we could see another wave 5 to the upside, which, so I've got a blue box reversal zone here at 6.45 down to 4.14. I think it's just on a recent capital raise. It's sort of sitting at the top of the box. It's acting as support. If we can break this prior high here at sort of 14.9 or 15p, or even a close above sort of 14p, I think would trigger this red box zone up here at 20.8 to 24.8 pence. Goodness me, so that's 3 bags, isn't it? So Bank, worth doing some research, see what it's all about. As I say, as far as I know, it's been recently capitalised, so funding isn't an issue, but what news is due, no idea, worth having a look. Next one we're going to do is CTAI, and this one here is, goodness me, I think the volume's gone crazy. We've got a massive downward trend there from sort of 50 pence, isn't it? All the way down here, we've gone to micro pennies, I think we've had a gap fill there. I can't see any other gaps on the chart, but really, what we want to see, if I was being uber bullish, break this prior high, we're going to 49 to 63 pence. I can't see that happening in a flash, can you? Or it might never happen. But really, what we're looking for here is a sort of a minimum 3-wave bounce. So we've got a 1. I'm going to say that's a 2, and then hopefully we get a 3, and up to probably sort of 0.8 of a pence, something like that. Which that's a sort of 2 or 3 bags again, isn't it? So no target for me as such, no entry zone as such. But worth doing some research, seeing what the company's all about. It's obviously been pushed right down for a long while, and hopefully that's going to be, this here is a sort of a sign of a recovery, and we could start to map it out once it gets underway. Next one we're going to do is OMG, and this one here is sort of fallen out of my blue box, isn't it? For me, there's still this gap here at sort of 74 pence. I'm going to look at, we've got lots of divergence on the RSI, which is, and on the MACD, so that's a good sign. Hopefully that, something can happen from Oxford metrics in order to, let the bulls step in and reverse this downward trend. So for me, I'm still expecting that to bounce to the upside, but clearly it's going to need some sort of news or something to change for the bulls to step in there. But as I say, it's sort of looking better from an RSI and MACD point of view, but one worth doing some research. Next one we're going to do is Brez, and this one's had an awful week, hasn't it? They've just done a capital raise at 3 pence. I wasn't expecting that, so we've fallen outside the bottom of this blue box here at 3.12 was the bottom, and we've even tagged 2.81. Poor from the company, really, in my opinion. They should have been raising money, back here, but it is what it is, and hopefully that we can sort of attack. Once they've cleared the overhang, I think the first point of call here is going to be the 4.5 pence top of the box. See whether we can break out of there. But that's Brez for me. Need to clear the overhang. Alba is my next one, and this one here is absolutely fantastic. It's had a fantastic move, hasn't it? I missed that one. It was in a blue box reversal zone, but it's a very wide sort of box there. But for me, my target there would be top of the box at, and I've got a red box as well, which sort of confirms that at 0.0526 up to 0.0642, and then see where it's going from there. But Alba looking good, as I say, crazy volumes as well. Worth doing some research, see what's happening there. EPP is my next one, and this one is. It's had a much better day, hasn't it? And for me, I did a 4-hourly chart. I think it's sort of broken out of that downtrend, and I think that we could hopefully now see a sort of start of the march up to break this prior high up here at sort of 12 pence, break and hold above that, activates this red box zone up here at 15.5 all the way up to 18.35 and even 22 pence. So it could even go higher, of course, but for me, I think that's sort of a bit of a break, and I think we're going to sort of see attack sort of hopefully on the sort of 10-11p area, and then hopefully march on to break the high and activate that red box. There we go, that's EPP. IMM is the next one, and let's have a look here. This one here, again, I really like this one. It's quite a good corrective play. It's in the blue box reversal zone here at 3.14 down to 2.22. If they can drop the right news or bulls to step in, I think that we could see another monster leg. So it sort of went from sort of 1p all the way up to 7.5, didn't it? So goodness me, it had a really good run. But if we can break and hold above sort of 6 pence, I think that should bring us up into this red box zone up here at 9.44 to 11.2 pence. So that's IMM. Worth doing some research, see what the company's all about. ECR Minerals is my next one, and this one again, I think volume's up on that one, isn't it? And for me, I think we just need to break out of this blue box zone here at 0.253, break and hold above that, and then hopefully we can march on to fill that gap at 0.3 pence, and then hopefully march on again, fill the other gap at 0.41 pence, and then even attack this red box zone up here at 0.46 to 0.528 pence. So ECR Minerals looking like it's starting the reverse of that downward trend. Worth doing some research. WSG is my next one, if I describe that right. Westminster Group, this is a great call from us, wasn't it? We said that in this blue box down here at 1p, it's sort of tagged up to 2.2, and for me, I think if we can break above this 2.2 level, I think we could hopefully see a march up towards this red box zone up here at 4.16 to 5.05 pence. So that's WSG. Worth doing some research, see what that's all about. Fres is my next one, and another great call from us. We said that we thought we'd see trading up into this red box zone, which was correct. I think really if we're going to flip to the weekly chart, this could really be another one of those weekly runs. Obviously commodity prices clearly helping the company, but for me, hopefully we can sort of attack this prior high at 1200 pence, and then march on, break this other high at sort of 1657, should hopefully bring us up to this 2090 to 2548. But worth doing some research, see what that's all about. I don't think that moves over. We've got crazy sort of upward momentum, and I think there's much more upside in Fres over the coming weeks and months. There we go. SLP is my next one, and just get that one up. Again, this is one which we had in the blue box reversal zone, so great call from us yet again. And for me, so far we sort of tagged 62 pence, and I think hopefully if we can get the bulls to keep on stepping up and break this prior high, sort of breaking a hold 107 pence, is going to bring us up to this red box zone here at 146.5 to 175.5, but clearly just need to break 61.8, which then should bring us to about here sort of 75 pence level before I think we'll see a bit of turbulence again. I think it's going to be a bit of a step up one, but there we go. So for me, break that 62p, sort of bring us up to 70 pence area, and then hopefully can continue to march up. There you go, that's SLP. AAZ is my next one, and I think I covered this off recently actually, but I put a trend line in there. What I don't want to see a break below that trend line, but if it can march on, sort of hold above 150, should bring us up to at least 187.5 to 228 pence. So that is AAZ. Another great call from us, wasn't it? With that blue box reversal zone down there, superb, absolutely brilliant. The next one I'm going to do is a US stock, BTBT, which I think is NASDAQ listed. I've covered this off. I said before that I thought you're going to see some turbulence, which was a red box, I think, at 493 to 564, which is correct. And for me, I've got a blue box reversal zone here at 227 down to 132. And I think that, if the bulls can step in here, take control again, break this prior high at sort of break and hold above 5.5 pence roughly, I think that we'll see trading up into this red box zone up here at 6.89 to 8.31 pence. But, I think it's Bitcoin related, which I haven't covered up Bitcoin this week, so I'm just waiting for a bit more information on that. I will cover it off again soon. But, looking pretty good for a reversal play there. So, yeah, worth doing some research. Have a great weekend, everybody. See you again soon.